Every time we follow a group of survivors in a post-apocalyptic world, they always seem to be regulars. They always seem to be cops, farmers, bankers, teachers. Well, in this story, we follow a group of Black Ops actual elite soldiers and see how they do against the end of the world. This is Life Zero, and we start our story in a prison cell. Yup, the leader of this elite team got arrested before the end of the world. He doesn't even know what's happening outside. All he knows, everyone around him is dead, and he seems to be the only one alive, except he was in prison and he couldn't free himself. He needed help, and someone had assembled a team to break him out. This individual was scouting outside, making sure and mapping out the whole city so she would know the best routes she would need to escape. This individual had secured every route possible. This individual was beautiful. More on her later. Now, let me introduce you to the team. You see, the team didn't like each other. They were good together. They knew how to perform together, but they weren't really like friends. They were here for one reason and one reason only: to get the captain out. Everyone needed to focus, but how could they? They were in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. What the hell? What were the rules? They didn't know them, so they stuck to what movies have told them all this time. Don't let them bite you, and go for the head. As soon as they got close, the pilot told them, yeah, y'all need to hurry up. We're not finna wait for you. If anything bad happens, we are out. And they understood this, so they moved quickly. As soon as they landed, they infiltrated perfectly, with the lieutenant taking the lead. She broke them off and decided who goes where. Ronnie, you're fast. I need you to get the lights. Mitchell, clear us a path. We need a good escape route. And Zach, come with me. Let's go find the captain. They went, and Zach was scared as shit. He was a man, but he was being a baby. They tried to be careful. It was hard to do that without light. So she called Ronnie, and Ronnie informed her, yeah, just give me a moment. And he did his thing, honestly. Shockingly enough, he was good at this. With the flip of a switch, the lights came. But this was a double-edged sword, because now they could see. And I wasn't talking about the human beings. The zombies could see, and they were hungry. Ronnie was the first to notice, and boy, was he terrified. So terrified, in fact, he opened fire. He wasn't supposed to do that. But honestly, who cared? Even upstairs, his partners were about to be eaten, so they just said, screw this. We need to find the captain now. Kill everything you can. And when they found the captain's cell, they popped that shit like a can. He was frustrated. Where the fuck have you been? Take that shit off. This shit ain't airborne. You good? They said, I believe you, Captain, and took off their mask. They trusted this captain. They trusted him to lead them to victory, and he was going to lead. They found Mitchell doing the Lord's work, and he said, hello, Captain. All of them went out together. Now, it was time to leave. Ronnie was still trapped, though. He was getting swarmed. He needed help. And the pilots, well, they were not soldiers. The second they saw they were getting swarmed, they said, we're out. Screw you guys. But this was a mistake. The zombies don't play. They were already inside. The captain and his team watched the helicopter drop from the sky. They had no way out, no way to escape. This was the end of the road. Or was it? Because from the corner of his eye, the captain saw a truck pulling up. Someone is coming. And that person looks absolutely insane. It was Ronnie. He circled around and got a truck. He was here to pick up his mates, and they all jumped in. Ronnie was a demon, and the captain knew it. But right now, they couldn't talk. He just needed to drive. And boy, did he drive. They even saw one of the pilots had survived, but nah, you left us to die. I'ma just do you this mercy and pull a bullet in your brain. They were free. And the person that was watching this whole operation was happy. Sadly, Ronnie was maybe a little bit too happy because he was driving like a madman. Anyone who stood in his path was mowed down. The captain told him to chill out, but Ronnie, he wanted to enjoy this. That's the only way you could survive the apocalypse, right? Yeah, that was wrong. He came crashing through, and the damage was ridiculous. I mean, he hit the zombie so hard. It was on his windshield. It was coming for his face. He called the captain for help. The captain just said, "Hold his head still, you fool." And he put a bullet in it. It was done. "This is all your fault." Now we have to move on foot. But there was no need to move. This was where they needed to be. The captain was confused. Needed to be here, why? Until he saw who planned this whole thing. Laura, his ex-wife. I mean, she called his team, and all of them said, "Yep, we're pulling up for the captain." Why? Because of his daughter. You see, his daughter was in this city. His daughter was the reason he was imprisoned. Well, more on that later. Right now, they need to survive. The crash brought zombies, and zombies they did not need. These zombies were good. They were nothing special. They had perfect hearing but bad eyesight. If you had good aim, you could win. And these guys had really good aim. They made sure to clear themselves a path, and they escaped. Now, they had to find somewhere to lay low, and it seemed Laura had taken care of that. Remember? She was scouting the city. As they walked, they wanted to find out why he was actually imprisoned. And well, it was pretty obvious. They broke up. Laura met a new man, and he was a bit abusive. He came here and beat his ass. That's why he was in prison. He almost killed that gentleman. And now he has to save his kid that was with a social worker. And he needed a base. Thankfully, Laura found the perfect one. A movie theater. There was space. There was internet. They could rest. These guys were loyal to a fault. They entered hell just for one man. The job wasn't finished though. They were here to find his kid as well. And they made sure to track the address of the social worker she was with. But things were getting complicated quickly. This was threat level 1. This was dangerous. They had only experienced something like this back at war. Threat level 1 simply means shoot to kill. No questions asked. I mean, it's all well and good to be a soldier, but some orders are just too fucking ridiculous. Because even when you shoot to kill, sometimes you may think you're doing the right thing, but when you see the results, yeah, they ain't what you expected. Shoot to kill means shoot to kill. They started to grow concerned. Are we going to be able to leave this place? Sadly, another problem arose. You see, Zach was starting to tweak out. He was throwing up. Apparently, it was obvious to everyone else but his best friend. He was clearly infected, and he wanted to die. He honestly tried to kill himself, but they stopped him. Hey, nah. They wanted to give him medication. The captain knew, though. Yeah, this isn't going to work. Everyone wanted to heal this brother. I mean, this was his boy. But even he could tell the virus is getting to my head. Put me down. They didn't want to, so the captain did it himself. Yeah, goodbye. Boom. His head was gone. This guy came here to save you from hell, and you just put him down like a dog. You suck.